Minister, we are in a national emergency, both a housing emergency and a homeless emergency. The sad fact is that these emergencies are born out of successive governments' inaction. Fine Gael's reliance on the private sector to provide the required housing needs has proven to be disastrous, and it is disastrous. The government has also been deaf to our calls for a national, social and affordable housing programme. If this government and previous governments had listened sooner, then we might have avoided some of the worst aspects of this housing crisis and lessened the disastrous impact it has had on our most vulnerable citizens. Sinn Féin's recently published a vacant homes policy. Our policy called on the government to take a more ambitious approach when dealing with vacant homes. One of its key recommendations was the hiring of dedicated vacant homes officers within local authorities. Such officers would be tasked with engaging owners of vacant properties and encourage them to return their homes to use. Vacant homes officers would build up a vacant homes register and work to a vacant homes plan. Such a plan is just one of the measures that the government could adopt to ensure that families can have a place they can call home. Another constructive measure would be the introduction of rent certainty. However, until this is achieved, the government should at the very least, and only in lieu of the lack of rent certainty, extend the rent pressure zone legislation to the entire state. This government is continually failing its citizens. Minister, your government has had ample chances to rectify these man-made crises. You had an opportunity in your most recent budget to allocate resources and proper funding that would go towards helping to alleviate the housing and homeless crisis. But you choose not to. The launch of your government's budget fell coincidentally on World Homeless Day. Minister, this budget was notable for its lack of any real initiatives to resolve either the housing crisis or the homeless crisis. Your government's budget will not reduce the homeless numbers. It will not decrease the enormous number of people on local authority housing waiting lists, nor will it increase the number of units being built, when already demand vastly outstrips the number being built. As our homeless die on our streets, and as families and individuals struggle to find a place they can call home, your government offers no hope, only disappointment to these unfortunate people. Minister, we can see the consequences of your failed housing policies every day when we walk our streets and across the road from here in the little alleyways all around this area. We can see your failures in the rough sleepers found in shop doorways and along the side streets of our towns and cities, or in those families moved often each day from one B&B to another. We can see your failed policies in the thousands of children growing up in an environment of instability and uncertainty. Your government has not given any hope for the future to any of these unfortunate people. Minister, we need to build more social and affordable housing, and the local authorities need to take a lead role in doing this. Thank you.